Alright guys, you might have already seen this on my Instagram, but I got a story for you. I'm a little depressed. So I'm on this 2-week tour to Vegas and Arizona. I leave Kansas City. It is snowing, it's cold when I leave Kansas City. I'm driving through the night, and apparently I don't know my geography because I get to Flagstaff, Arizona at like 11 o'clock at night. It's dark. I wake up in the morning, and there is a ton of snow on the ground. Not a ton, but inches of snow on the ground. And I'm like, what the? Am I not in Arizona? Of course, I walk outside, and right outside our hotel, I am at the base of a mountain. So, to be fair, I did not know Flagstaff was in the mountains or the highest point of Arizona. But it's still, I'm thinking, I am in Arizona. I should not get snow. So, that was the other day. Now, I'm in Vegas. I've been in Vegas the last few days. It's been colder than I remember it in Vegas. Not extremely cold, not Kansas City, Midwest cold, but a lot colder than one of the reasons I came down here for. I go get dinner. I come back to my room, and this is what I see. Snow in Las Vegas. So I got snow in Arizona. I got snow in Vegas. And I do know there's mountains. And I do know that the weather does come here. But it is not supposed to be here the week I'm here. Come on. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk Trilogy news. Alright, so now I'm set up. Scott here, Trilogy Talk. Sorry for that little venting. You can see here through the window. I'm going to give you that nice, gorgeous Vegas snow that we've got going on over here. And we're going to live through it together. But while I'm doing that, and while we're watching that snowfall, let's talk a little bit about what's happened this past week. It is February 20th in the Trilogy news. So as of, see what day did I come here? Friday. So as of Friday, I was at the Dynamic Discs Emporia store, and Paige Bjerkes and Grady Shue and Robert McCall, they were there doing signings and things like that. And for those who did not catch it, Paige Bjerkes and Grady Shue announced an engagement. So congratulations to those two. If you hadn't heard it, now you have. Great couple. Both are great ambassadors to the sport. I'm super excited to see where their future takes them. But again, congratulations to those two. If you see those two or message them on Facebook or post it, make sure you congratulate them. So all right. And then last week was the first week I did the Trilogy news. And Derek was with me, and we talked about a various few releases, things like that. So we end the video clip, we shut it down, and actually in the middle of that, Derek got a call from a friend talking about Latitude 64 and Discmania partnering together. And of course I'm like, I just ended this video clip. Oh, we need to bring it back up. But I didn't, because I didn't know nearly enough about it at that time. But since then, for those of you who haven't heard, Discmania has partnered with Latitude 64 and a couple of Innova and a company out of China, YIKUM, something like that. But they partnered with them to manufacture discs for Discmania. Well, of course, that brought up a big uproar for a lot of people. And I was like, well, what does that mean for the Trilogy world? Well, if you haven't really heard the official details, the official announcement link is down below. But really, it doesn't mean anything for anybody but Discmania. Latitude 64 is just producing the discs, from my understanding. They're not selling them. They're not promoting them. Dynamic Discs is not carrying them. They are not a part of the Trilogy line. Latitude 64 as a business has made a business decision to produce those discs for Discmania. Discmania tells them what they want. They create them. They send them to Discmania. End of story. There really isn't much more to it than that. They are Discmania discs. If you didn't already know, like Latitude 64 makes discs for Dynamic Discs and Westside, but Discraft and DGA have the partnership. Innova, Discmania, Millennium have partnership. Reptilian, Gateway partnership. So there's a lot of times these manufacturers have worked with other companies, and they don't have any real part to do with it. I mean, Innova doesn't really promote Discmania. They allow them to interchange as far as some of the players a little bit and things like that. There are some requirements. DGA, Discraft, kind of the same way. But on Discraft's page, you don't see them talking about DGA. There really isn't even a connection so much to those outside of those who know that they're made by the same company. So at least to my best of my understanding, that's about all how that works. Again, that link is below. So that is that information. And like I said, sorry I didn't have it out last week, but all right, let's talk a few results this past week. So last week we had the Hilton Head Invitational, which went into a two-way tie in the MPO division against Zach Melton and Dan Hesting. Looks like Zach came on top, so Zach taking the win, winning $707. I'm looking it up, so if you see my head going back and forth, you can see why. Kind of want it to be a little casual, but I want to be able to get that information to you. But shooting a 1024, a 1041, and a 1049 rated round. Zach's a 1022 rated player. So outside that first round, which was 2 points above his rating, he went 20 plus points above his rating, and all the additional, well, I guess one of them was 19, but we'll say 20 for the sake of it. But so Zach with that win, just looking here real quick. So, and he's got 3 events on the year, at least that's posted up on PDGA, and that is his first win of the year. So, way to get the monkey off his back. So, also, kind of the unofficial tour opener is the Wintertime Open. The Wintertime Open, which is held in California. There was some video that was released about that, or showing that coverage, but I believe it was from, I don't know if it's Central Coast or Jomez, but I think it was Central Coast. But they have that video of him out there. But AJ Risley, Dynamic Discs own AJ Risley, finished in 12th. Kind of fell off there a little bit towards the end. I know he was up towards the top. But AJ is a 1017 rated and shot 1020, 1022. Shot really well. Slightly about a stroke or so above his rating, but it kept him up there. For a while he was up in that top. The last round he had a rougher round, 990, so sub 1,000, but still, I mean, he shot well enough that he shot sub 1,000 with a 990, and it only dropped him to 12th place. So, but winning him $292 at the Wintertime Open. We had the Clay Dog Memorial Tournament, which in our Masters division, that was a doubles tournament. Donald Ellsworth and Bryce Lagerbone, they both winning 135 apiece in the MP40 division. So there's a doubles tournament. You don't see too many doubles of event results that pop up there. So, and then the last event that I'm going to talk about, just kind of give a few details about, came from Coda Hatfield. Coda winning by 7 strokes, winning $517 to the Colors Construction Inc. presents the Winter's Last Blast, powered by Heiserbomb. That is a mouthful. As you saw, I just stumbled over that. But he won that, like I said, by 7 strokes. Coda is currently 1,005 rated, and I don't think that reflects a lot. He's definitely a lot better player than that. But he shot a 1025, a 1016, and a 1021. So several strokes above his rating. He keeps doing that. That 1,005 is going to be a thing of the past. So, but that's the results I have. I'm still learning, and I know several of the players. So I know the main players. There's players I don't know. If there's somebody I should be watching that if I'm blatantly skipping, I'm not doing it on purpose, let me know. I started creating this list of people to be able to watch and pay attention to. Whether they're Team Trilogy, I'd like to talk about them. I'd like to talk about, DD Westside Latitude team. But anybody, again, kind of that Trilogy-related basis, I want to be able to talk about. And I did say that was the last one, but it's not really. I skipped over the Victoria Open, which Emerson Keith, who has been off to a hot start this year, he took second, losing by 3 strokes to Timothy Escobedo Jr. But Emerson's still winning 440, 1017, a 1043, and a 1022. It's pretty hot. He's a 1013 rated. This whole year, I'd have to go back, but I don't even know if he's shot lower than his rating so far. But Emerson, again, shooting very well. I mean, him on the year, well, first of all, he's got 8 PDGA events already in, and we're not even 8 weeks into the year. So, but on that, he's got 1, 2, 3 first places, 4 second places, and one that's not in those top couple. But now it looks like that was a flex start event, so more than likely he didn't take that one as seriously. Either way, he was probably playing with some friends, just kind of getting out and learning the course. Not that that's an excuse, but I'm going to give that to Emerson. So, All right, so like I talked about in the intro, I am here in Las Vegas. This is the kickoff week starting tomorrow. The PDGA National Tour starts here in Las Vegas for the Las Vegas Challenge. Several of all the Trilogy team guys are here. I will give a report on that next week and watch that. There's an Instagram, I have an Instagram account for Trilogy Talk. I'll be posting some videos and various things like that there as well. But so we have the Las Vegas Challenge going on this week. That ends on Sunday. Most of all the pros are going to start heading over to Phoenix, Arizona on Monday, where next week we have the Discraft Memorial Championships. Again, and that's the kickoff to the Disc Golf Pro Tour event. Big weekend. We just had the Wintertime Open, the unofficial opener. Now we got the PDGA National Tour, the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Big week, but we'll get those results. Couple discs real quick just to let you know. So I saw a message go out today that the special edition Gatekeeper and the Classic Guard are being released sometime later this week, maybe the beginning of next week. So check with your buyback stores, because that's the only place that those ones are released. But the opportunity to get that softer TP style plastic, I haven't felt it, but based on the other ones, I'm going to assume it's softer. And then also the Classic Guard. So now you got a stiff guard. For those who are looking forward to those, I'm personally looking forward to the Gatekeeper, but I know a lot of people are really looking forward to that guard. A reminder, also on March 1st, they are releasing the BT and Hard and the BT Medium Moonshine Harps, along with the Original Burst Moonshine Harp. Those are going to be released. Dynamic Discs also releasing a bunch more new of the team stamped discs, like Team Judge, Team Warden, Team Deputy, Team Marshal. Go Team Judge. So those are available on March 1st. And then just as a reminder, the stock recoils, Opto Recoil and Pioneers, come out on March 15th. And then, so that's for the discs that came out. Those who didn't see, the Trilogy Challenge registration is now open. That link is now also down below. If you were going to run a Trilogy Challenge, get that set up. If you're going to play a Trilogy Challenge, look on there and find your locations. Find where the nearest ones to you. I'm running one in Kansas City on June 1st out at Waterworks Park. So if you're within a driving range or you're able to come to that, come see me, come check out Waterworks. But other than that, they're all over the country. They're all over the place. So even if you can't come see me, check out that link below. Find out where the nearest one's at. Play it yourself. It's a good opportunity to take people who haven't played. If you saw one of my earlier episodes, Chad Kelly was a guest on my show. He was talking about how it was his first tournament that his friend brought him into. And now years later, Chad does a lot of stuff with disc golf, local, rec intermediate style player, but he's getting more and more into it and doing more for the sport. And then last week I announced that the Disc Golf Experience in Denver registration opens March 15th. I don't know if they changed it or I misspoke, but I just looked. That link is down below. It's actually opening on March 1st. So we're looking at, what, 11 days, 10, 11 days till that stuff opens up. So there's a lot of little things going on. Big tournaments, start of the season. So, and as always, if you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, click that bell notification so when you get these little annoying videos that you may actually want to see, it'll tell you. If you don't want to see it, let me know what I'm doing wrong and maybe I can try to make it so you want to see it. But until next time, keep spreading the Trilogy love with the... Whoa, I messed up my tagline. So until next time, keep sharing the Trilogy love with the world. See ya.